Hi there. So this short video is about one of the new things that's going to happen on the new driving test, which is pulling up on the right hand side of the road. Now, it's not particularly hard, it's just a little bit tricky. It can be dangerous if you don't pull over at the right point, and you've got to take into consideration what's in front of you and what's behind you. So we're on the left side of the road at the moment, and we're going to move off, and I'm going to choose a place to pull over. So you just got to remember, if the examiner asks you to pull over on the right hand side of the road, you got to pick a safe spot to pull over. You got to be reasonably close to the curb. You can't be kind of stuck in the middle of the road still. So let's move off when we're ready. So we'll just look round and we're moving off. So I didn't use a signal then because there's no one around who's going to benefit from a signal. So it's a new one, this one. It starts in December the 4th, 2017. So we're going to pull over on the right hand side of the road. So I can see ahead of me is a white car, so I'm bringing myself back in, and then I'm going to check ahead of me, and if there's people around, you do a signal. And I'm bringing myself forward, and I'm starting straightening myself up. Now line yourself up at the curb and practice it. And slowing down, stop. And you can see how close you are by checking the mirror. Now, if you're worried, because at that point there, they'll say to you, right, off you go, and you're ready to go reverse backwards 2 car lengths, you can always put your window down just to see how straight you are. Because if you're closer to the curb, say you came out as you stopped, then you reverse backwards, you're going to reverse into the curb. So you've got to watch out for that. So, pop it in reverse. And I'm checking round to make sure there's nothing behind the car, and I'm going back slowly. And the important thing is, just go slow and look behind your car. Make sure there's no one approaching. And if there's any cars coming from behind, you got to slow down, aren't you? And give way to them, just like you normally do if you're on a manoeuvre. Go back about 2 car lengths. Keep yourself reasonably close to the curb, but not on it. So you've got to keep an eye on where the curb is. And then you're stopping. Now, at this point, I'm going to go into secure the car, back into first gear. I'm going to pull out, so I'm going to use a signal because there's a car there. So I'm checking and I'm waiting, and I'm bringing myself out, and I'm checking my left shoulder a lot there, putting the mirror back up, the window back up. I'm checking my shoulder a lot on the left then, so I wasn't going fast. I'm checking loads and loads of shoulder checks. Remember, it's not a race to try and prove how quickly you can do things. It's about being safe. And so that was a nice easy one. What happens if they ask you to pull over, and you pull over and there's a car in front of you parked up? That makes it a lot more difficult to see. So when we're driving around, I'll pick up a car that's I can do it on. So we're looking at the road while we're driving along, using our mirrors and doing a reasonable speed at the same time. So don't get distracted by what they're asking you to do. Keep an eye on your own driving, otherwise you're going to do something silly. So we're driving down here. We're going to do a junction coming up. So we're going to do a left turn at the junction. So let's check them mirrors. Signal left. And as always, when you're doing junctions, if you can't see, you're slowing down to give way. Now there's a learner car there. Remember, just because it's a learner, you don't know how good they are. Give them a little bit of space. It could be their first time on the road. It could be they're on the driving test. Last thing you want to do is go right up behind them and end up stalling. You get stuck behind them on your test. I'm checking right, left, right, slowing down for traffic. Now he's turning, so I'm going to make him move because the wheels are turning. And I'm going to go ahead at these 2 roundabouts. Now ahead of us is this parked car, so if I see an opportunity to pull onto the right hand side of the road, I'll show you, and you'll see the difference between the first one and this one we're going to do, how dangerous it can be. And you've got to take that into account and watch my observations, how they're going to be slightly different. I'll just clear that window. So when you pull over onto the right hand side, you need to really consider the parked cars in front of you and how they're going to affect you when you're pulling out. So there's a car coming up on the right, a silver one, and I'm going to pull up next to that. Now it shouldn't be too difficult. it's a pretty straight road, but I'm checking. I'm going to put a signal on because there's lots of cars around and you never know what might crop up. So I'm going to pull in. Now, what's happening now is, as I come up to this here, I'm going to stop at this driveway. Now, the danger I've got here is I can't see. Can't see in front of me at all. I can see behind me using my mirrors and my shoulders, and I can see I move my head to the right. Now you can see a little bit more than me because the dash cam's in the middle of the windscreen, so and you can see a little bit more. Now if I look through the window in front of me, the car in front of me, I can just about see cars coming. So at this point I'm going to reverse back, and you're reversing back to give yourself space so you can see more, and also to get out easier. So I'm checking round and I'm not rushing. And then again, I can put my window down if you have to. It's up to you if you want to put the window down. See where the curb is. I'm going back slowly. A couple of car lengths. I can see there's a car coming through the window, so I'm stopping again. Because that car might be indicating and wanting to pull in. I'm checking and moving again. Another car coming, so I'm stopping again. Because if I start turning the wheel, the car starting to move. Now see, I've gone back a couple of car lengths. Secured the car, put my window back up so it's a bit quieter. But what you could do is put your window down, if you wanted to. You can hear cars then. And I'm going to put an indicator on because them cars in front of me are blocking my view. And I'm looking behind me. Now it's clear behind me and about the best I can see. Now the important thing is don't shoot out. Just control the clutch. I'm looking. And then now I'm definitely clear, I'm moving out. So just see how the difference between now the hazard. If there's a car in front of you blocking your view, you've got to be a bit careful pulling out. It's a bit like when you pull off on the left hand side of the road, there's a car in front of you, you pull out slowly, same sort of thing. Okay, so I'm hoping this quick video on the new part of the driving test is going to help you. Like I say, if you've got your driving test coming up in December, you'll probably be learning this. So I'm hoping it's giving you a few tips to understand how to control it. And I'll just get past a few obstacles. So this here, it's nice and tricky, so I'm going really slow. And I'm not sure what's going on, so I'm going to go really slow to go past it. Because I've got an ambulance, so I was doing 5 miles an hour then. So that's something. If you don't slow down for a potential dangerous hazard, you can pick up a serious fault for approach speed or planning and assessment of what's going on. So I'm hoping this quick video helps you on pulling up on the right hand side of the road and understanding the dangers of pulling up on the right hand side of the road and understanding where you should be looking, where you should be giving way to, and so on. Safe driving, and don't forget to click like on my video and subscribe to my channel if you're new to it. Take care.